said Ozma. "If by force we caused anyone else to become a green monkey, we would be as cruel and as wicked as Mrs. Yoop. And what good would an exchange do?" she continued. "Suppose, for instance, we worked the enchantment and made Toto into a green monkey. At the same moment Woot would become a little dog." "Leave me out of your magic, please," said Toto, with a reproachful growl. "I wouldn't become a green monkey for anything." "And I wouldn't become a dog," said Woot. "A green monkey is much better than a dog, it seems to me." "That is only a matter of opinion," answered Toto. "Now here's another idea," said the Scarecrow. "My brains are working finely today, you must admit. Why not transform Toto into Woot the Wanderer, and then have them exchange forms? The dog would become a green monkey, and the monkey would have his own natural shape again." "To be sure," said Jinjur; "that's a fine idea." "Leave me out of it," said Toto. "I won't do it." "Wouldn't you be willing to become a green monkey? See what a pretty color it is, so that this poor boy could be restored to his own shape?" asked Jinjur pleadingly. "No," said Toto. "I don't like that plan the least bit," declared Dorothy, "for then I wouldn't have any little dog." "But you'd have a green monkey in his place," persisted Jinjur, who liked Woot and wanted to help him. "I don't want a green monkey," said Dorothy positively. "Don't speak of this again, I beg of you," said Woot. "This is my own misfortune, and I would rather suffer it alone than deprive Princess Dorothy of her dog, or deprive the dog of his proper shape. And perhaps even Her Majesty Ozma of Oz might not be able to transform anyone else into the shape of Woot the Wanderer." "Yes, I believe I might do that," Ozma returned. "But Woot is quite right. We are not justified in inflicting upon anyone, man or dog, the form of a green monkey. Also, it is certain that in order to relieve the boy of the form he now wears, we must give it to somebody else, who would be forced to wear it always." "I wonder," said Dorothy thoughtfully, "if we couldn't find someone in the Land of Oz who would be willing to become a green monkey. Seems to me a monkey is active and spry. He can climb trees and do a lot of clever things. And green isn't a bad color for a monkey. Makes him unusual." "I wouldn't ask anyone to take this dreadful form," said Woot. "It wouldn't be right, you know. I've been a monkey for some time now, and I don't like it. Makes me ashamed to be a beast of this sort when by right of birth I'm a boy. So I'm sure it would be wicked to ask anyone else to take my place." They were all silent, for they knew he spoke the truth. Dorothy was almost ready to cry with pity, and Ozma's sweet face was sad and disturbed. The Scarecrow rubbed and patted his stuffed head to try to make it think better, while the Tin Woodman went into the house and began to oil his tin joints so that the sorrow of his friends might not cause him to weep. Weeping is liable to rust tin, and the Emperor prided himself upon his highly polished body, now doubly dear to him because for a time he had been deprived of it. Polychrome had danced down the garden paths and back again a dozen times, for she was seldom still a moment. Yet she had heard Ozma's speech and understood very well Woot's unfortunate position. But the Rainbow's Daughter, even while dancing, could think and reason very clearly, and suddenly she solved the problem in the nicest possible way. Coming close to Ozma, she said: "Your Majesty, all this trouble was caused by the wickedness of Mrs. Yoop the Giantess. Yet even now that cruel woman is living in her secluded castle enjoying the thought that she has put this terrible enchantment on Woot the Wanderer. Even now she is laughing at our despair because we can find no way to get rid of the Green Monkey. Very well, we do not wish to get rid of it. Let the woman who created the form wear it herself, as a just punishment for her wickedness. I am sure your fairy power can give it to Mrs. Yoop, the form of Woot the Wanderer, even at this distance from her, and then it will be possible to exchange the two forms. Mrs. Yoop will become the Green Monkey, and Woot will recover his own form again." Ozma's face brightened as she listened to this clever proposal. "Thank you, Polychrome," said she. "The task you propose is not so easy as you may suppose, but I will make the attempt, and perhaps I may succeed."
End of Chapter 13.